Let's do it. The best 5 ads of all time. And yes, I am very biased. Welcome. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the best 5 ads of all time. In my opinion, these are not like completely accurate, but I do think there's a lot of magic on them. So let's go over each one. Number 1 is the Omega Speedmaster. It's so good. I actually bought one of it. Look at it. This is an $8,000 watch, and I just love it too much because the ad meant something to me. So the ad starts with how you wouldn't expect them to find the suit that they took to the Apollo anywhere. Yet for some reason they found it on the Omega Speedmaster. They found it at just a store. So if they found something like so trivial and it stood everything that NASA put it to, it can probably take the load that you're gonna put it through. And for any other watch that couldn't take the test, you know that you're taking the first watch that went to the moon with you. And that's just so good. Like when it comes to this ad, they focus on the big idea that make people think like, wait, what? And that's what it is. If you think about other big ideas on the world or on the ads world, you would look at 1,000 songs in your pocket. That's one. Or another one like you're gonna see below, nobody's perfect. Actually, let's skip to that one and we're gonna see that one. Nobody's perfect. Check this out. So it's how on a race, Porsche won everything except for 9th place. They won 1st to 8th and 10th, right? So what's the big idea here is that Porsche just absolutely dominates the competition. Second ad, best ad of all time to me, it's this one because it just shows the message. It just tells you like, yo, we're superior. This is not so much of a direct response kind of ad. Direct response is when you want them to act on the first attempt, right? So 40% off, that's a direct response ad. But a McDonald's ad that shows you like how people are like happy, or like Coca-Cola ad that shows you Santa, that's not direct response, that's branding. This is more branding, and to me it's incredible. It's really good. Next one, I like this one. I like this one a lot. This is they laugh when I sat down at the piano, but then I started to play. So what this is really selling is piano classes, right? It's something you can teach yourself, right? And supposedly it's gonna be quick. And the author of this ad was really smart in that you don't really want to learn piano, you don't really want to learn guitar, right? Because it shows you all these different plans. What you really want to do is to people to think that, man, you're cool, right? You want to impress other people. That's the main one. So this is not so much telling you like you're gonna play so good and you're gonna know this many songs. Like I don't think it even mentions it. What it's really telling you is that, man, people are gonna admire you for what you're doing right now at the piano. So it's a good thing about knowing that what's the actual product that you have, which is the piano lessons, and what's the actual benefit, which is what you should sell, and that's admiration from other people. The other one is the 2 billion Wall Street letter. The 2 billion Wall Street letter is so good. Like look it up. It's a 2-page letter and it's so good. It was just selling Wall Street Journal, right? Just a letter, but it sold 2 billion copies on newspaper. Like that's not little. That's not a little money, right? That's a lot of money. And this is a great example of indirect copy because the way it starts, it's that it doesn't tell you, yo, buy this now. It tells you there are 2 guys, right? One guy that went to school with this same other guy, did the same things, but somehow 10 years down the road, one was just making a shit ton of money and one was rich and the other one was not. So what happened? It was the knowledge that this guy had because he actually read, got educated, and started investing with money tips that the Wall Street Journal gave him. So this is kind of that really good because it starts you like with a story and it breaks you in and then it points you into that pain that you don't want to be that guy that missed out. And then it tells you like the only thing you need, the one unique mechanism you need is this letter. So masterful, great fucking job. And the last one is this P90X. This is such a fucking great ad, and it's not so much of a like a print ad like the ones we've seen. This is an infomercial. So if you have time, Google it and watch the long version, at least the first 5 minutes, right? This is good because it introduces all the elements that are important to marketing a product like this. So they'll tell you in the beginning like, yo, like this is not the same progress we're using. This is actually different. We're not buying celebrities' bodies to use this, right? This ad that you're watching right now are people that actually took the program and sent it to us. This is just proof our thing just fucking works. So it shows you all that. And then when it comes to, okay, but what do you do different? They say muscle confusion. The more you confuse the muscle, the more you can charge it, the more you, like it grows, right? So that is what will bring you the results, which I don't know if muscle confusion is a thing. Like my coach told me to just do the same thing over and over again, but hey, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it is, whatever, right? But it certainly sounds interesting, right? So it starts with that, and then they do something very interesting. interesting. Every time they talk about a certain thing that'll bring effort or that needs effort from you, like, you know, working out and eating well, they're gonna make it look like it's so little compared to something so big. And what I mean by that is that they'll tell you, like, you'll have a nutrition program that'll take you X minutes a day, and you'll have a program like a workout program that'll take you X minutes a day, and then immediately they don't talk about the program, they immediately jump to, and hey, it makes you look like this, and boom, they show somebody who's ripped, right? I think it's this picture. Oh, and it also does this to you, by the way. Like, it's so good, so good. Like, it tells you in 90 days you'll get ripped. I don't know if that's true. It shows you the unique mechanism, which is muscle confusion. It shows you proof because it shows you pictures like shitty recordings, like horrible quality, but that means that it's somebody who was not hired to do it. Were they hired to do it? I don't know, but it still drives the point home. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you can recall, the 5 ads that we looked at is Nobody's Perfect by Porsche, the Omega Speedmaster, P90X, the 2 billion Wall Street letter, and They Laugh When I Sat Down at the Piano But Then I Started to Play. Study these things. So some tips for you to get better at copywriting is go on swipe.co and study other ads. Go on Facebook ads library and study ads. If there's a Facebook ad that's always showing up, when that tells you that it's working. The Omega Speedmaster, P90X, the 2 billion Wall Street letter, and They Laugh When I Sat Down at the Piano But Then I Started to Play. Study these things. So some tips for you to get better at copywriting is go on swiped.co and study other ads. Go on Facebook ads library and study ads. If there's a Facebook ad that's always showing up, when that tells you that it's working. So just go out there and study it. Study ads and make you convert. And most importantly, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of that. So see you in the next one, guys, and take care. Con amor, su amigo Molina.